Join the team behind the team. Become a sponsor today by calling 507-434-4978 or visiting austinbruins.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas when a mouse chewed on a wire, frying himself and starting a fire. The fire spread to the tree, which burst into flame, burning the presents, both the good and the lame.
A sweater? Yuck!
But the fire trucks rescued the kids' dad and mama, and thank goodness they had insurance with Americana. Bet you never saw that coming.
Wishing you a merry and safe Christmas. Your friends at Americana Insurance in Albert Lee, Ellendale, and Wells.
As the seasons change, so do things at the Pizza Ranch, located in the Northbridge Mall just off I-90 in Albert Lee. Now, senior appreciation pricing is all day Wednesday, not just for lunch. You can also get the buffet for just $11.99 from 11 until 11:29, Monday through Friday, with the early bird discount. Kids still eat free with a paid adult on Tuesdays, and the party rooms are available, seating up to 100 people. It's all at the Pizza Ranch, located in the Northbridge Mall just off I-90 in Albert Lee.
The friendly staff at Albert Lee's Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union reminds you that when you're in need of a home that satisfies your financial needs, let Trades and Labor Credit Union make it easy with checking services, debit cards, home equity loans, and savings options that will earn you more for your money. Visit Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union on Albert Lee's friendly south side. Open 6 days a week with social distancing for your safety and theirs. Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, member NCUA, providing financial services since 1958.
Hey, this is David Coyer, voice of the Austin Bruins. Thanks for keeping it local with Power 96.
This is Chad at Albert Lee Hy-Vee. You are listening to Power 96. Thank you for keeping it local.
And that's right. Thank you, Chad. It is another edition of Tiger Sports Saturday. I'm Sports Director Dave Nelson. Alongside of me today is Mr. Marcus Antonio Calderon, or Caldy as I call him in the business. How's it going today there, sir?
Good morning, Dave.
We want to take this time to thank our sponsors here at Tiger Sports Saturday. Of course, Hy-Vee here in Albert Lee, the official home where we'll get someone in for the Hy-Vee happenings here after a little bit and see what they all got going on. I know they got a big meat sale going on right now, but we'll see what else they got going on. Of course, Americana Insurance, the official sports, let's say sports provider of Power 96. Of course, Pizza Ranch here in Albert Lee, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, and the Austin Bruins. So I know a lot going on. Lots been going on here, even though we're kind of on that holiday break. And, Caldy, I tell you what, there's been a lot of tournaments going on, a lot of tournament play. Of course, we haven't had a game on since last week, but we're going to have a full slate for you again this week here. I know I'm just double-checking to make sure we're up and running on everything here. But I know today's a big day in football as well, Caldy. And I know you got some things here. Of course, our Minnesota Vikings, they're already out. Your Chicago Bears, and, of course, Ron's Chicago Bears, they're playing. But are they even playing for anything? I mean, are they playing today? It's today against?
No, they play at 3:05 on Sunday.
Okay, and that's against the Lions, right?
Against the Lions.
Which, is there anything, are they playing for?
They're playing for a spot right now, for a definite spot. They're either going to get, the second seed, or they're going to get the 5th seed. So it depends on them in Philadelphia at the present time.
Well, they should.
If they win, I believe.
Shouldn't go to 5th. It should stay. They should be top 4.
I think it's 5th. I'll
you
check
can
my
double
information.
Check it because I know the Packers.
Packers guaranteed 7th.
Yeah, they can't. They can't drop down because I think there's someone below them. I'm just trying to see. Is it 7 on each? Yeah, 7 on each side.
7 on each side.
That's right. So they can't drop down, even though a loss to the Vikings tomorrow, which is gonna probably happen, because Green Bay's not playing anybody.
No.
But they're not gonna be able to drop down. But you've got it's the NFC. Is it the West that's horrible or the East?
Yeah.
No, the East would be. I don't know. We'll look into those rankings, but I know you got the four seeds no matter what. It's your division, and
Right.
then you've got your 3 wild cards.
So I after checking it, the Bears and the Eagles are going for second or third.
Second
so,
or third.
Yes.
Okay. And number 1 overall, I think, is
Seattle.
who's their quarterback?
Let's not even touch that one.
The thing is there's a lot of people that are upset that Mr. Darnold went back-to-back seasons, 13 wins, but we'll see what we can do in the playoffs because last year he didn't do very well for the Vikings in the playoffs.
He has an extensive record of not doing well in the playoffs. So.
And you can blame that loss last year on a lot of things, but probably just the Vikings' bad luck, right?
Well, they don't do very well in the playoffs either.
No,
so.
yeah. But as far as today's games, who's on the docket today? I know it's a pretty big game.
3:30 game today, and I believe everything's on ESPN. Panthers and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And that, I think, is for the NFC South.
Yes. So the Panthers actually have 2 ways into the playoffs. So if the Panthers win, they're guaranteed the South. But if they lose and the Saints lose, who they're playing Atlanta, the Panthers could still be in because of the divisional playoffs. They would be 3-1 in the division, so they would still win with that scenario.
Yeah, I know. I'm looking here to see what standings-wise. Let's just go to the NFC. So, yeah, I mean, obviously your Eagles are in. Cowboys are out. We knew that.
Yeah.
Bears and Packers in. Vikings, Lions, of course, out. But, yeah, it's that NFC South. So let's look at the West. So the West right now has the Seahawks at 13-3, the Niners at 12-4, and the Rams at 11-5. So no matter what, the NFC West is going to have three teams. Of course, Cardinals are out. But, yeah, it's really for that NFC South is between so the Panthers and the Buccaneers. And, obviously, the Buccaneers must have that tiebreaker, and that would be how then they would bump up to be the division.
Right. They have the tiebreaker, but Tampa Bay has to win and Seattle has to beat Atlanta. That's the only way. That's the only way that the Buccaneers can be in.
Okay. So, yeah, it's going to be a very exciting day. Like Caldy was saying, that game's at 3:30. Seahawks Niners tonight at 7. And then, of course, the rest are all happening tomorrow. Tomorrow night, looks like it's just we'll wrap up the season with the Ravens and Steelers. And I don't know. Will that one be a good one to watch or not really?
You know what? For the AFC, Broncos locked up number 1. Patriots are looking to be number 2. Jaguars should be number 3. Steelers 4, Texans 5, Chargers 6, and Bills should be the 7th. But they have that Ravens game today, or tomorrow, Ravens and Steelers, and that will mix up the order a little bit. The winner will be the AFC North number 4 seed.
Yep. So look at the champs with
So
the worst record.
Whoever wins that game is going to be the number 4 seed. So it's either going to be the Steelers or the Ravens.
So, yeah, lots of exciting NFL stuff. We'll get into maybe a little bit about the Bears here in just a little bit. Let's get into some Albert Lee sports here. Of course, today, right now, the only thing that we know that is going on as far as for Tiger stuff, Tiger sports, is the Rumble on the Red. It's the wrestling. They're up at the Fargo Dome, and I haven't got any updates as of yet from anything. I know the Gross Boys, of course, they were wrestling, so I've been watching Steve-O's Snapchats as he's been having that. But, of course, that's the big wrestling match. Kind of shakes a lot of things up as far as with kind of standings and individual standings and things like that for rankings. So it's going to be really interesting to see how the Tigers come out on that. I know there's also, I don't know who's all in it. I know Stewartville for sure. They're up in the cities today for a tournament as well. But like I said, not sure any of the other things happening there tomorrow. I don't know if the Rumble on the Red continues or not. It might just all be done today because it does not say anything on there. Of course, I'm getting a message here. Let's see if our listeners are telling us what's going on here. Nope, it wasn't one of our listeners. It was just one of those annoying texts that you get. No, it wasn't that annoying. I'm not going to say who it was from. But anyway, so Monday, as far as on your Tiger Sports calendar, you've got, of course, girls basketball, the 9A. They're going to be over at Jackson County Central, as well as the varsity. Of course, no JV team this year. So it'll be the 9A and the varsity girls. That's happening on Monday. On Tuesday, get another... I'm assuming it's that same group. Not that group, a different group. Tuesday, you've got girls hockey. Girls hockey, they're going to be traveling to Winona. So you got the JV game at 5:30. Boys hockey will be at the City Arena here at the Roy Nystrom Arena. And that's against Red Wing. Basketball, they're going to be over in Mankato East. So you got the 9A and JV, both playing at 6 p.m. The 9A will be playing at the Prairie Winds Middle School Gymnasium, and the JV will be at the Mankato East High School Complex. And then, of course, at 7 p.m., boys 9B, that's at the Prairie Winds. Of course, then you have girls varsity at 7:15 for hockey in Winona at the Winona Bud King Ice Arena. And then boys hockey, and that'll be here live on Power 96. If you want to listen here on 96.1 FM, or if you want to watch it any of our streaming services, you can do that as well. And then boys basketball, they are the varsity at 7:30. Wednesday, nothing as far as sports, but they are going to do the Region 1AA meeting at Cabela's. I'm not sure which. If that's the hockey first one where they're going to start doing some section things there, I'm not sure. But there's a 1AA meeting. Thursday night, of course, you got boys basketball, girls basketball. Boys basketball, they're actually, let's see here, at the Ori Jurley. Yeah, at the Ori Jurley there. So that's both 9A and B. The girls, they're going to be in Mankato West. Let's see here, 6 p.m., 9B and JV. Of course, those games going on at the Ori Jurley. Swim and dive will be at Rochester. That's both the JV and varsity. Girls hockey will be in Austin, facing off against Austin at 7 p.m. And then live here on Power 96 at 7:30 will be boys varsity basketball against Mankato West. And then Friday you got a JV and boys JV and varsity, and that'll be over at the Riverside Arena at 5 and 7 o'clock. So obviously no Bruins game for us next Friday. I haven't seen the Bruins. Maybe I don't know if that's a home and home or if they're both away. We'll have to double check that. But that's what's going on as far as local sports here, Tiger Sports this week. And that's what we got there. We're going to take our first break here. We're going to come back. We're going to go through some more and maybe some local stuff here going on. We'll talk some Austin Bruins. We'll talk some more. I don't want to do it, but we'll talk a little bit of Bears. And then, like I said, we'll get into some Vikings as well. You're listening to Power 96 Tiger Sports Saturday, live here from Hy-Vee. We'll be right back.
'Twas the night before Christmas when a mouse chewed on a wire, frying himself and starting a fire. The fire spread to the tree, which burst into flame, burning the presents, both the good and the lame.
A sweater? Yuck!
But the fire trucks rescued the kids' dad and mama, and thank goodness they had insurance with Americana. Bet you never saw that coming.
Wishing you a merry and safe Christmas. Your friends at Americana Insurance in Albert Lee, Ellendale, and Wells.
Here's your Power 96 weather update. Cloudy skies expected today, with daytime highs approaching 22. Winds out of the west, 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies tonight, lows level off around 13. Overcast skies tomorrow, daytime highs approaching 30. Cloudy skies with a few peaks of sun and dry Monday and Tuesday with highs in the mid-30s. That's your Power 96 weather update. I'm meteorologist Paul Tremblay. Currently 17.
Power 96.
And back here again, Tiger Sports Saturday. We're still waiting for someone from Hy-Vee. They're kind of busy today, of course. They've had a really busy couple of weeks with, of course, Christmas and New Year's. But I know they got a 3-day meat sale going on right now, plus a lot of other great deals as well. And, of course, on Monday, after your Minnesota Vikings destroy the Green Bay Packers 70-0, you can get however many points the Vikings score. You get that on a fuel saver. I do want to take also this moment here right now, while I can, my voice is still here, to thank our local sports boosters, because without them we wouldn't be able to do what we do, and that's bring you live local sports here on Power 96. Of course, Americana Insurance, Bayview Freeborn Funeral Home, Southern Minnesota Branding, On the Spot Appliance, Arcadian Bank, Derek's Preferred Auto in Blooming Prairie, Star Granite Works, GT Window and Door, Gutters by GT, the Austin Bruins, Marthaler Honda, Alpha Orthodontics, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, Thompson Sanitation, Young Construction and Roofing, Nick's Meats in Hayward, South Main Auto Service in Austin, Freeborn County Solid Waste, North Star Power Sports, Big Cats Customs in Clarks Grove, the Albert Lee Convention and Visitors Bureau, Sorensen's Appliance in Geneva, Collins Auto Repair, Hanson Tire Service of Austin, Etc. Credit Union, the Overhead Door Company, Design Ready Controls, Hy-Vee and Albert Lee, Jake's Pizza, Aero Printing, Wasika Inc., and of course Shell Rapid Lube, and I know they have us on there in the shop today. Of course, Shell Rapid Lube, one of our sponsors for Christmas music, and of course for Vikings. And don't forget they have that new auto wash right next door. Go ahead and get your car all nice and cleaned up. I did mine yesterday. And got my new tabs, because of course I was one of those lawbreakers that, when it says your tabs expire in December, you don't have a leeway anymore. You better get those new tabs right away. So that's what I did. I went and washed the vehicle and got the tabs put on. So I am a legal beagle, as they call it. Which, like I said, that they no longer have that leeway.
The 10 days are gone now, huh, Dave?
The 10 days are gone, and unless you want to get a ticket or have a reason for them to pull you over, I suggest going and getting your new tabs. And, of course, the DMV's closed today, but I think you can maybe order them online.
Yeah.
You still should be able to order them online, maybe on the weekends. So that's just a public service reminder from the folks here at Power 96. If your tabs expired December, get it renewed here real quick.
Perfect.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit. I know hockey girls went up to Warroad, not Railroad, and the boys, they were on the road as well. Boys ended up, the Fergus Falls, they ended up winning the tournament there, so that's pretty cool. Girls, they had a little rough weekend, but they went up against some very good teams.
Yeah, they had Warroad first.
Yeah, and Warroad's ranked. I do believe they're still ranked number 1 in the state. And
they lost 5-2, which was not incredibly bad. And then they played, I want to say Fergus Falls, if I remember correctly.
I can't go back and look at it says looking for, but I can't find it here.
I could be wrong. But they had another good outing there, just not enough to put a W on the scorecard. And then I don't remember who they played their last game with.
Yeah, I was trying to pop it up, and it's not popping in here. So, but that's okay. But yeah, like I said, they're still both teams still having a very good season so far. Of course, we'll be doing the boys hockey game on Tuesday night. It'll be myself and Big J and Caldy. Are you coming on Tuesday?
Yeah, Tuesday I'll be there.
Tuesday you'll be there with our new camera location. We're right near center ice. So I know, like I said, you can see both sides now pretty crystal clear. It's really nice what the arena did there. They got a couple of nice bleacher tables for the broadcasting teams. And yeah, so we are now down there. But I know one thing, we're still trying to figure this out for For Hockey Day, Albert Lee. Of course, it's going to be hockey weekend, but Power 96 will be at the City Arena on Saturday all day. And I just wanted to kind of go through that as well here. Where's my post here that I have? Load up. Here we go. So the 20th annual Albert Lee Hockey Day / weekend now this year, since we only have one sheet of ice, will be Friday, January 23rd, Saturday, January 24th, and Sunday, January 25th. And, of course, Power 96 will be there all day Saturday on the 24th, and we'll be doing our Tiger Sports Saturday live from the City Arena. We're still in talks with. I got to get a hold of Coyer again. We had talked before. Coyer, if they're in town, sounds like he'll probably make his way over and maybe bring a couple of Bruins players as well. So we'll just have to see how that all works out. And then, of course, do a lot of other things that day as well. 8:15 is the first game. So I'm planning on being there to have the video going right away because you got Pee Wee A versus Owatonna at 8:15. At 9:45 is the Bantam A's versus New Ulm. At noon is Boys JV versus Marshall. And then at 2 o'clock will be the varsity boys versus Marshall. And that one will be live here on 96.1 FM as well. That whole game will be broadcast. 4:30 girls JV versus St. Peter. And then at 6 p.m. girls varsity versus St. Peter. So both the boys and girls varsity games we will have broadcasted live. We'll have the call here. But otherwise, as far as Hockey Day goes, we'll be out at the arena all day on that Saturday. And we're going to give you the scores. Like I said, we will have those games on our screen. So you can either watch those on our Boxcast app or on our YouTube channel. Just like even here, today's Tiger Sports Saturday. If you want to go back and listen to it again, you can go to our YouTube channel. Just search Power 96 Albert Lee. And go ahead, like, subscribe, share, do all of that good stuff. And then you'll be able to watch that right from the luxury of your own home. And like I said, that's going to be a fun day. If I get the numbers of I won't say who wins, but if they give us the numbers as far as for the raffle, we'll announce those numbers as well. I know a lot of times they just give names, but I think there's a number on it too. I'm not sure. I don't like to tell people when I don't win the money.
And Austin should be in town there for you, Dave. It looks like they're playing the Mallards the 23rd and the 24th. Austin Bruins.
Yeah, and I tell you what, we want to talk. We didn't get there last night. Life sometimes happens. And Caldy, of course, this is not his job. His job is Frito-Lay, and you had to be over in Fairmont this morning kind of early.
Yeah, a little early. That's part of the job. So.
Yeah, so you went over. So we didn't make it over to the Bruins game last night, but I tell you what, New Year's Eve, what a blast that was against the Minnesota Mallards. First time they played the Mallards all year, and it was a slaughterhouse.
It was.
Bruins ended up winning 9-0. Hruza got a hat trick. They did just a great job. I wanted to come home with a new jersey where they had a Lloyd and Harry jersey from Dumb and Dumber. Unfortunately, one of the other season ticket holders next to us won the orange one, and a season ticket holder next to Jerry Victoria, he won the blue one, which was the Boomer, which was the Grizzlies jersey. So,
okay.
So like I said, that was a pretty neat thing. They gave away some door prizes all night, and then they had an official, kind of like a ball drop where we counted in the new year. I don't even know what time. That was 8:30ish?
Yeah,
somewhere in
about
there.
8:30, quarter to 9.
Which for some people, if you didn't see New Year's, which some people don't see New Year's because it gets to be kind of late in the night, of course, midnight. Like I said, it was just a really fun thing. I know they played last night and got another win against St. Cloud.
Yep.
And tonight they have to travel up to St. Cloud to take on again. I know the Bruins still in first place. And the nice thing is, especially with that 9-0 win, that goal differential definitely starts coming into play as far as when you look at tiebreakers and things like that. So really fun game to watch on New Year's Eve. And if anybody has nothing going on this weekend, they want to take a trip up to to St. Cloud. I know there will be some Bruins fans up there. Some people we had talked to on Wednesday said they were going to travel up there for that. But yeah, that'll be a fun time as well. Outside of that, like I said, Bruins-wise, not too much going on there. I know, Caldy, you were looking at a few other things. I'm looking here as well at some other stuff. We're going to do some more research. We're going to go ahead. We're going to take our next break, and then we're going to come back in, talk some more sports here on Tiger Sports Saturday. Once again, your Tiger Sports Saturday sponsors, Albert Lea Hy-Vee, of course, your official home of Tiger Sports Saturday, Americana Insurance, the Pizza Ranch, Trades and Labor Federal Credit Union, and the Austin Bruins. We'll be right back with more here on Tiger Sports Saturday.
Start off 2026 right with Austin Bruins hockey. Join us this Friday, January 2nd, as we welcome in the St. Cloud Norsemen. Puck drop is set for 7:05 p.m. at Riverside Arena, and it's a Friday family 4-pack night. Get 4 tickets, 4 popcorns, 4 sodas, and 4 hot dogs for the low, low price of $60. You can get those tickets now at tickets.austinbruins.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas when a mouse chewed on a wire, frying himself and starting a fire. The fire spread to the tree, which burst into flame, burning the presents, both the good and the lame. A sweater? Yuck! But the fire trucks rescued the kids' dad and mama, and thank goodness they had insurance with Americana. Bet you never saw that coming.
Wishing you a merry and safe Christmas. Your friends at Americana Insurance in Albert Lea, Ellendale, and Wells.
Are you living with dry AMD? If so, you could be on the road to geographic atrophy, or GA, a condition that leads to retinal cell death and permanent vision loss. But with Izervay, you can
slow it down and get it going slower.
Izervay slows GA progression by targeting a key source of retinal cell death, which may help preserve your vision longer. Izervay, or Avastin Capted Pagel, is a prescription eye injection used to treat GA. Don't take it if you have an infection or active swelling in or around your eye. Izervay can cause eye infection, retinal detachment, or increased risk of wet AMD. Izervay may temporarily increase eye pressure. Your vision may be impaired after an eye injection or exam. Don't delay. Ask your doctor about Izervay today.
Izervay gets GA going slower.
Visit Izervay.com. That's IZERVAY.com. Paid for by Astellas Pharma.
CBS News Special Report. President Trump set to speak at any moment, giving more details of the overnight operation as the U.S. military captured Venezuelan President Nicolas Maduro. He told Fox earlier.
To have a few injuries, but no death on our side is really amazing.
More now from the BBC's John Shea on what's next.
Mr. Trump told Fox News that Mr. Maduro had been taken by helicopter to a U.S. warship and was on his way to New York, where he'll be tried on drugs and terrorism charges.
In Miami, the Venezuelan community celebrated reports of Maduro's capture. One man says it will mean a lot for families.
It means that they waited so many years for a chance at freedom, and it's finally here. So it's 26 years of waiting and waiting for a better Venezuela that's free. And now they're going to be able to all go back and enjoy with their families.
But some nations, including Russia, have condemned the operation. CBS News Special Report. I'm Allison Keys.
Howard 96.
All right, we might need security here at Hy-Vee. We got some employees going crazy down here. No, just kidding. We don't need security. Of course, we're here in the deli food court. I don't know, what do you want to go? It's the seating area. What do you say? 3-day meat sale this weekend. Slaughter's a little busy. Everybody is a little busy out here today. A little busier maybe than what they expected. Of course, with a lot of illness going around too. A little short-staffed. So they're if we see them, and we'll give them a hard time, which they're already giving each other a hard time. Hey, John, what do you got? What's the big meat sale going on out there? What do you got? You got everything cooking? Ground beef is $3.99. Wow, I tell you what, folks, that's going to be a pretty sweet deal.
That's pretty cheap right now.
Plus, you can cut them up any type of steak they want. Do all that. Oh, yeah, see? God, you know what we should do, Caldy? We should have a big steak for lunch right before that first game.
Might have to.
Of course, I did. We just had donuts.
Yeah, we'll have to see.
We'll have to check it out. We'll have to see
check
what
it
goes
out. I
on.
know they have brats, 8 for $10. They have,
which are always phenomenal.
Yeah, pork loin. They have a deal on pork loin right now. What else was in the ad? This is just going off memory. This is pretty good for an old man.
They got any good Frito-Lay deals?
No.
Wow, they still got a lot of deals on Frito-Lay. Come check out the Frito-Lay section.
They did have Doritos on for $2.99. I believe Doritos are still on for $2.99 through Sunday.
All right, so I have a Frito-Lay guy here. I seen this post, and you know what? I remember it the way it was back then. Cool Ranch. Why did they ever change the ingredients of Cool? Remember how cooler and ranchier they were back in like the 80s, 90s?
Well, I think there's a lot of reasons for that, but at the present time, because of that red dye and anything associated with the red dye at the present time, you cannot have anything in that product as of the middle of this year. So all those people that have had it in their products are trying to get it out before the middle of the year. So I know Frito-Lay is doing a lot of work on it. Years ago, why they changed it, it's hard to say. I was just pushing the product. I wasn't part of the sitting up in management making big decisions.
You should have, actually, because
I should have.
That was one of the worst things Frito-Lay probably ever did, was change the ingredient. I don't know, but they were way cooler and way ranchier.
In the back of a bag, Dave, they have this 1-888 number where you can call
and complain,
and suggest your complaints to a department. And I'm sure that they'd be more than happy to listen to your complaints.
You know who else we should call and complain because they changed? MTV. MTV is no longer officially a music playing channel. Wow. I know they always said that video killed the radio star, and that was the first video they had played on there. And you know, Ron, if you're listening, I know a few other ones. Some of those older DJs, they tell you that once MTV came on, it really changed the way people listened and got their music. And but now that's done. So guess what? Radio killed the video star.
Oh, wow.
Okay, sorry. I apologize for those of you who don't want to hear my singing.
We just had that. That was live. That
was
wasn't
live.
Memorex.
And live. All right, now we're getting messages. I apologize, folks. Okay, anywho, let's talk a little bit about where were we going to go with this conversation now?
Let's jump in and see how do you feel, Dave, about the Minnesota Green Bay game, final game of the season? You know, Green Bay's not playing a lot of their starters. They're going to sit and wait for that first playoff game. What's your input on the Minnesota Vikings at the present time?
Well, I'm going to tell you right now. I'm going to do this little thing called Google, and it says, Packers-Vikings Week 18 feels pointless. And it is. I know my wife says, why are they even playing? You know what? You got to play all your games.
You do.
Those players get the money. And there's another hot take I'm going to take on this here in just 1 second.
Okay.
But I tell you what, right now, let's see here. What is this saying? This is saying that the odds, right now, they have the Vikings minus 8.5. So they're saying that the Vikings will win by over a touchdown. Over under, though, 37.5. I tell you what, I'm not much of a gambling man. I have a feeling that's going to be higher than that. What were you rolling your eyes for?
I choked on
pop
I was drinking.
Well, yes. There is no pop in front of you.
Oh.
But I tell you what, 37.5, that just seems low to me. And maybe they're thinking that Green Bay's not going to score any points.
Maybe.
I could see that's why, because J.J. McCarthy is playing, from what it sounds like. He's trying to make a name for himself. He does not want the Vikings to go out and draft a new quarterback or make any changes at quarterback, which there's the talk of Lamar Jackson coming. There's talks of Joe Burrow.
Yeah.
There's talks of Aaron Rodgers, probably
goodness.
Brett Favre, Tom Brady. There's a lot of talk. And J.J. McCarthy does not want to lose his spot. Now, is he our answer? He's been okay. It's technically his first year. How many years? What, it took two for Who's that quarterback for the Bears? What's his name?
Yeah, I don't even remember.
I don't remember his name either, but I tell you what, it took him technically 2 full years of playing.
It did. I would have to say that JJ has a long ways to go to get to the potential or to the pay that he's making at the present time. The Vikings invested a lot to go get JJ. Will he pan out? You know what? He showed in the last 3 games, correct me if I'm wrong, Dave, you may want to say that he's improved every week. He's got a little sharper. He seems to have a little extra zip on the ball. But then again, we could always go into the conversation of why are we only throwing our all-star wide receiver 3 to 4 passes a game. So I'll let you elaborate on that one.
Well, you know, the double team, the triple team that they've been putting on Moss. And, you know, there's just a lot of bad things that happened this year.
Moss retired.
Or not Moss. Jefferson. Okay, so Jefferson.
Okay.
For those of you, I forgot. Randy Moss is not coming back again for the 3rd time. He's retired. He's a Hall of Fame. He's out.
Yep.
Okay. But, yeah, no, like I said, the thing to remember, and this is what a lot of analysts have been saying, we are literally, people are going to go back and look at this. The 50 seconds to go, and why do you kick it to one of the best not running backs, but the best kick receivers in the league, and then you go and you lose. It's going to come down to that game. I think it's more than that, but that's what everybody's thinking. And I remember being at a feller's house, and he's like, the Bears always do this, da-da-da. I'm like, the Vikings always do this. That's maybe that little bit of ball luck. We talk about it in hockey with puck luck. But, and then, of course, you got it's that tie that Green Bay has. And that kind of puts a wrench in some things as well. So we're literally half a game from making playoffs. Things have to happen next year. I don't know what. But once again, as even Ron Hunter and I were discussing one day, you could have thrown Aaron Rodgers behind that line. You could have thrown Tom Brady behind that line, and they weren't going to do nothing. Our line was decimated for a little while, and that always seems to be. But we went out and spent some money on that line, and it just the injury bug kind of got the Vikings this year, is what I think comes down to.
Yes, a lot of it, yes. I would say about 40% of it has been injury bug.
And if they would have just listened to me in the first place, I'm just a little small-time radio guy from Albert Lee. I don't know much, but I said I wanted to have a good quality veteran in the locker room in case something were to happen, and something did happen, and that's where we're at. But it is what it is.
It is what it is. You are correct.
Packers tomorrow. I know Jason Hoyseth. Now they just changed. Now this says -9.5. Huh. Well, that's constantly changing. Jason Hoyseth, if you're listening, you should probably make a bet with your wife, because this may be the first time you win a bet. Of course, they are like a lot of homes out there where they're a house divided. And I tell you what, he's gotten a dog because he bet Vikings versus Packers. I think he's gotten a cat because he always bets Vikings versus Packers. So, Jason, I would put like a new convertible or some kind of new car on the line with Jen that the Vikings beat the Packers. And because it should happen. It should.
Well, you know, when it comes to that bet, I have no opinion. I will stay away from that bet because I believe he has to wear a Packers jersey.
He does.
This game at Bleachers Bar and Grill.
Yep, he will be wearing a Green Bay Packer jersey. And it's good for him because you know, yesterday when I went and got my tabs, I was talking to Ron because I got Twins plates. I was like, God, do I change to go with Vikings? Nah. But I tell you what, I said, maybe I get the Wild. And the Wild are coming hot. They're coming hot. You know, but I don't want to jinx them.
No.
'Cause I got the Twins plates, and I jinxed our Minnesota Twins. So I stayed with the Twins plates. I did not get the Minnesota Wild plates to jinx them as well. So hopefully, fingers crossed, the Wild will bring home a Stanley Cup for the first time ever in the state of hockey, which people still say, why are you the state of hockey? And whatever. We're the state of hockey. Get over it.
We should get Tuesday night. We should get Big J involved in that conversation. He would be the one to ask.
No, he's not. He's going to just talk about the great eight. That's all he talks about. Between listening to hockey, between Ron and Jay, it's all, Ovechkin this, Ovechkin that, Blackhawks this. We'll just leave that be. We'll talk Tiger hockey.
There we go. Perfect. You guys can talk away. I'll just run the camera.
You know what? And that's probably a good thing because I know you probably got a lot to say about Minnesota sports.
I really do.
You do. But how about them Bears? So the Bears and Lions tomorrow. It's a 325?
325 tomorrow, yes.
And I have not looked at that. Lions, I think the Lions will try to play a spoiler a little bit.
I believe the Lions are going to come out and play football. The way I look at it, they can actually, it's a division rival. So you're going to play some of your toughest games against your division rivals. So I don't expect it to be a really high-scoring game. But I could be wrong. I've been wrong before. I will be wrong again.
Let me just look here. Lions.
So the total points right now is at 50.5.
Okay.
It says Chicago -3. This game could go either way. I know the Bears are going to give it at all. They would really like to keep that number 2 spot. But you know what? Maybe it wouldn't be so bad to drop to number 3, and then you wouldn't have to play Green Bay right away, and you would probably have to play the Rams, which is not much better.
No, not right now. Not with the way Puka Nakua's doing.
Yeah, they have a full arsenal. So it just kind of depends on how you want to play it. We all know that Chicago's going to come out. They're going to play tough, hard-nosed defense. Caleb Williams is going to hand off the ball 40% of the time. Hopefully we'll have our star wide receivers all back. We'll be able to run all 3. It sounds like we have one that's still hurt for this week, but he should be back to week 1 in playoffs. But we had I can't think of his name right now, the third. He had a great game last week. He will be back this week. We should be able to hang with Detroit. Detroit has a very powerful offense. They can come at you many different ways, and their defense is not bad either. So it should be a good game tomorrow at 3:25.
I know a lot of analysts, they're picking the Bears, which, like I said, this is 36 analysts versus 7 in one of these polls that they did favored the Bears. But we know how that goes. There was a lot of people last week that picked, was it last week? Yeah, it was last week. Played Christmas Day last week. Against the Lions, right?
Who played Christmas Day?
Oh, the Vikings. And a lot of them had the Lions winning.
Correct.
That's been so long ago. It feels like so long ago, doesn't it?
It does feel
We have
like
not had a
while ago.
Vikings game in 10 days?
It's been a while.
Oh, what's going to happen?
You're gonna go through
I'm going to have to go
withdrawals.
through therapy or something here after Sunday with no Vikings for the next 6. Oh, wait a second. We got Twins coming up. Well, we still got the Wild too. I tell you what, folks, we're going to get in here real quick. We're going to play our last little bit here from our sponsors. Then we'll come back. We'll put a wrap on the show. You're listening to Power 96 Tiger Sports Saturday here live from Hy-Vee. We'll be right back.
Looking for the ultimate game night experience? Well, check out the Austin Bruins Bear Den. Perfect for a company outing or just a night out with friends and family. Enjoy exclusive access to the Bear Den with customizable catering and beverages included. It's the perfect way to watch your Bruins in style right up along the glass. Call now to reserve your spot for the 2025-26 season at 507-434-4978 or visit austinbruins.com.
'Twas the night before Christmas when a mouse chewed on a wire, frying himself and starting a fire. The fire spread to the tree, which burst into flame, burning the presents, both the good and the lame.
A sweater? Yuck!
But the fire trucks rescued the kids' dad and mama, and thank goodness they had insurance with Americana. Bet you never saw that coming.
Wishing you a merry and safe Christmas. Your friends at Americana Insurance in Albert Lee, Ellendale, and Wells.
Power 96.
And I apologize to the Americana Insurance folks. I did not. I got to go in and change my spot. It still played the Christmas one. We know it's not Christmas. It's it's definitely New Year's. So I apologize on that. I didn't get that one changed over. Yeah, there's a couple different spots on there. That's why I messed it up. I apologize, Tom.
Tom, I'd call him Monday morning.
Yeah, you can chew me out, Tom. Well, no, the thing is I have these things loaded so that it's a little bit easier for me to do things, and unfortunately I clicked the wrong one on that, so I do apologize. But of course, Americana Insurance, hey, they're proud sponsors here at Power 96. Sports, just in sports in general, and we always bring you the Americana Insurance Press Box, and that's presented by the A-Team at Americana Insurance. They've been serving southern Minnesota and northern Iowa since 1899, and they give you world-class protection for your auto, home, health, business, farm, crops, and life insurance. They also have 3 locations. You can visit them in Albert Lee, Ellendale, or Wells, or you can give them a call at 507-377-2000. or visit them at americanainsurance.com. So thank you again to Americana Insurance. Thanks again to all of our sports boosters, all of our Tiger Sports Saturday sponsors here. And thank you, Caldy. I know I thanked you many times, and Jay and Mosh and B-Ball and Skinnis. Like I said, you guys are just volunteers that come and help hang out, and like Jay, I think Jay said it best, and you've said it best too. Is it's fun to just go and watch games that you love, and watch these young athletes just excel at the games they love as well. I know you're really looking forward to baseball. I am as well.
A little excited. Baseball, softball. We had a good time with that last year.
Yeah.
I'm getting to know, like you did last year, you got to watch them do all the 3-season athletes and the 2-season athletes, and you get to kind of watch them go through their seasons. I've got to see a little bit of that, so it's been quite interesting. It's a different perspective, I would have to say, but it's nice to see them grow as they go along.
And I know we've kind of been picking apart where we think some of, when we get into baseball and softball, what positions, who will move to where, and things like that. And like I said, it's going to be an interesting season coming up. A lot of younger players who did very well for both Tiger teams. They're going to have a year older. Of course, we lost, the seniors from last year, which made up a good core of both baseball and softball. But it's good to see those younger ones step up, and especially now a year more with their skills to really put together successful teams. And like I said, we seen that start the beginning of the year. And I know Doubles talked about it too in the past. Really the school spirit, and that's one thing that I got to say is that being involved with Power 96 here, getting to know some of the parents, we have a lot of really good school spirit, and it's good to see that school spirit really coming through here now as teams have had a lot of success this year.
Some teams that normally don't have the success that they have had in the past. Football, it was amazing watching football this year and having Brian along with us, bringing his side of the story and pointing out things that I wouldn't have thought out at a football game, which was spectacular. And I mean, the rapport that we've built with Power 96 has built with the fans. I mean, the fans actually look forward. They are yelling up at us and mouthing off to us before the game and after the game. And you've had some great conversations with coaches and parents and just people just outside of the press box. So it's really a different scene here in Albert Lea, something that hasn't been around for a long time, whether it be spirit or just morale of the whole town. Gives them a little something to talk about. So
and it does. And like I said, we get to see it firsthand here. I mean, we were just, even here, people in Hy-Vee that stop and listen and talk, and then when we're going to break, they stop and talk to us. And like I said, it's really exciting to see, that school spirit in the town. And, if we continue on, like I said, it's going to be a great rest of the season here. And like I said, for our fans, we've tried to do the best we can do as far as getting a good product out there. Of course, with not only our play-by-play and color analysts, but as far as with our streaming services. Of course, you guys had said, like even with hockey, try to get away from the net. And so now we're away from that net. And baseball, we're going to improve. Softball, we're going to improve some things. And so, yeah, it's going to be real exciting moving forward. And actually, that's what I was going to get into, see if I can find it here. Our Tiger Sports, or our Power 96 sports schedule here for January, since you guys are all buckled in now. Today, of course, is the 3rd. Of course, we got Tiger Sports Saturday here. Tomorrow, it unfortunately will be our last Minnesota Vikings broadcast of the year. Pregame is at 11, and Paul Allen brings you the boom at noon. We do want to thank all of our Viking sponsors throughout the year, and next week on Tiger Sports Saturday, we'll give them an extra shout-out as well, as we were hoping they would have went into the playoffs. But unfortunately, they're not going to go on. But we will have the Super Bowl airing here on Power 96, and that it's normally around Valentine's Day weekend. I'm not sure. This year it's different because February is like straight up. The 1st is on Sunday.
Yeah.
So it's got to be
I think it's like the 8th or something.
I think it is the 8th. This is one of those things, and I seen it on one of the dad jokes. It's one of the first times a month, because obviously February is one of the only months
February
it can happen.
8th.
But it's the 1st through the 28th is all like weeks.
Yeah.
Which is crazy.
February 8th is the Super Bowl.
It is the Super Bowl, so we'll have the Super Bowl here on Power 96. But, of course, let's continue on here. Tuesday, January 6th, we'll have Tiger Boys Hockey versus Winona. That'll be at 7:15. Thursday, the 8th, Albert Lea Tiger Boys Basketball versus Mankato West at 7:30. Saturday, of course, next Saturday, the 10th, Tiger Sports Saturday again here from 11 till noon. Tuesday, the 13th, we're going to be bringing you Tiger Girls Basketball as they host Northfield at 7:30. Thursday, the 15th, Tiger Girls Hockey as they host Winona at 7:15. Saturday, the 17th, will be Tiger Sports Saturday again. Tuesday, the 20th, Tiger Boys Basketball as they host Red Wing. That'll be at 7:30. Thursday, the 22nd, Tiger Boys Hockey versus Red Wing. Saturday, the 24th, Albert Lea Hockey Day. Like I said, we'll have hockey all day from all of the different, U12s and things like U10s, Bantams, Pee-wees, all of that we'll get you all the scores that day as well. Tuesday, the 27th, Tiger Girls Hockey as they host Mankato East at 7:30. And then Saturday, the 31st, Tiger Sports Saturday here at Hy-Vee again from 11 to noon. So we'll have a pretty full schedule here of games, Tiger games here on Power 96 throughout the month of January. So be looking forward to that. And, of course, hockey will have Big J come in, and as well as because there's no more Monday games. So I think Caldy will be here for most of those now. And then basketball, Skinnis will be here doing the play-by-play, of course. And he does such a good job with basketball. It's I've even got comments and asked if he was a professional announcer. So his head kind of blew up a little bit when I told him that on New Year's Day, but it's true. And like I said, even you, Caldy, a lot of people like what you bring in with your commentation work. Like I said, a lot of times when I'm trying to run the machine, run the cameras, things or whatever, it's nice to have you there as well for different baseball, football, softball, where they're lined up at, how they're doing all those positions. So definitely, like I said, stay tuned here to Power 96 in the 2026 year, because it's just going to get better, folks. We only got a few minutes here left. Anything else that you wanted to talk about here, Caldy, as far as sports-wise?
Sports-wise? No, not really. Looking forward to the two games this afternoon and this evening. That early game this afternoon is just it's gonna determine so much. So I'm kind of excited about that. And then the afternoon game is for the number 1 seed in the NFC. So you know what, NFL are bringing you a great package for a Saturday. And then Sunday we have the Vikings at noon, and then the Bears play at 3:25. So quite a day.
Yeah, well, I'm sure we'll have a lot of football. We'll be watching a lot of football. Plus tonight, the Wild, they go out. They're against the Kings tonight. They did win last night 5-2 against the Ducks. They're on that little West Coast trip. They'll play tonight at 8 o'clock, and then Monday night, late game, 9:30. But of course, the Wild, they're doing pretty good. They're making a bounce back. Now they're third in the Western Conference. How many points? 57 points. So we're actually tied with the Stars.
Oh, okay.
57 points, but I think they have, I'm not sure why. It must be goals, the goal differential. Yeah, it's the differential. They have a 30-point differential where we have 24. But the Avalanche, oofty. The Avalanche, they are just crazy right now. Number 1 in the Western Conference. They're sitting at 30 wins, 2 losses, 7 overtime losses, but they have 67 points. And
Wow.
they have a 71-point differential.
Wow.
Doesn't hurt when they're on a 9-game winning streak either, though. Wow. That's
And it's kind of
crazy.
weird for you and I not to be sitting here saying a little, like, what time are we leaving for the Bruins game? So good luck to the Bruins tonight.
Yep, Bruins making their way up to
Stay
St.
hot.
Cloud.
Keep going.
And, of course, they're number 1. And like I said, I know the goal differential there, has a huge effect on how they're looking. And they're hoping to bring home a Robbie this year. And the games we've watched, even against, Bismarck Bobcats, that was a split series. It was a very good series to watch.